All right. Welcome to the fourth and final review of the evening. Up this time is the Captain. In this retro inspired adventure game, you will have to race back home from across the galaxy, collect new friends on your journey, make new enemies. You won't be able to save everyone. Who will you befriend? Which civilizations will you save or destroy along the way? You are Captain Thomas Wymew, a space fleet science officer lost on the other side of the galaxy. Dark forces are en route to Earth to destroy our planet, and you are carrying the only thing that can stop them. Race back home across the galaxy. You are the Captain. Yes. So this is a point and click adventure game. Uh, Not specifically done in the style of old adventure games. Trust me, it may kind of look like with the stick figures and everything, but let's just say you weren't getting this much color out of a fucking EGA card. Um, and another differentiator from being a retro inspired point and click adventure game and, an actual old school point and click adventure game is intent. Um, so the focus here isn't so much on the puzzle solving. There is some puzzle solving, especially when you get down to the planets. But this game's modus operandi is all about choice. The emphasis on choice here is paramount. In fact, not just on your spaceship, but when you go on an away mission. Indeed, this game has these things called endings, which is a bit misleading because it's not an ending. It's an ending to that choice or that adventure on a planet. It's like even if you get a specific ending on a planet you explored, that's like one of three, and at the end it'll display the card that you got. I don't know why it does it in card form, but it does. And yeah, this game is not just about choice, but time management, because you are lost in a wormhole and you are carrying these 3 fuel cells that will power like the big space laser that will allow the destruction of what they call like the Sunbuster. This alien force called the Union is coming with this thing to destroy our sun, and everything else, and along with it, everything else in the solar system. The thing is, they plan to, with the time to get there, it's going to be about a little under 3 years. And what you have to do is, well, the requirement is you need to find 1 fuel cell. You don't have to find the other 2 necessarily. You can, but every planet you go to, every star map maneuver you do will take some time, and obviously the further the distance, the more time it'll take. And it's also, the enemy will not stay passive. Like one of the major events is the alien force showing up at the border shield station, and then you got to decide to, are you going to help? Are you going to show up at the front door or go through this secret smuggler run side door to get to Earth? That kind of thing. And yeah, as far as the planetary away missions, it's not just getting the vital components. A lot of it is less overarching narrative and more, you're probably going to find some crew members. And if you find some crew members, they can help you out with various aspects of the ship. Because this also does have a battle component, which is played out in a turn-based affair. You've got to select your weaponry, your defense, and you've got to manage your power, along with special effects. Now, it's not deep, but it gets the job done. And anyway, as far as if I enjoyed this, I rather enjoyed this a lot. Especially for something that's retro inspired. Something that's looking to the past mainly via aesthetics and not necessarily design. We've certainly covered our fair share of those adventure games on this program. Nothing wrong with those, but it's nice to see a game trying something not necessarily completely new, but this is definitely this is a lot different than a lot of adventure games I play for this channel. The game looks gorgeous, and I will say, if you suffer from choice paralysis, you probably should avoid this game because, you're gonna have to make some hard choices. Sometimes you can have also inadvertent choices, like that time I sent the 1,000-year-old man to the meat packer. It's a bit of a story. I'd say it's a bit of a story, but it's more he's frozen in a freezer, and it turns out it's part of a meat grinder. Though if you're worried about your choices, the way the saving works is after you get to a certain checkpoint, it'll save, and you can go back along the timeline, as it were, the tree. If you didn't like how that played, you can go back, say, 2 saves and load there. Don't recall, I think there is an even intermediary saving quick feature, but it's more but it will auto save at the major choices you got to make. And I'm supposed there's not much more to the game. I'd say if you're looking for traditional puzzle solving, this isn't the adventure game for you. It's not really concerned about, insane leaps of logic that might not necessarily be picked up upon, or, convoluted multi-tiered puzzles. It's all about narrative and choice. That's the story you're writing here. And that also lends this up to a ton of replay value. This is probably, honestly, the adventure game I can think... this is the adventure game with the most replay value I can think of. Because, there are so many choices that will define you, your crew, your outcome, that, you'll get a lot of different outcomes. And as far as pricing goes, this clocks in at $20, which is a fair enough price. It's a solid adventure game that's moving to the beat of its own drum. Any questions, comments, or concerns over to the captain?
I think I'm good.
It actually looked kind of interesting.
I said it is. Also, it's a sci-fi based adventure game. There's not too many of those. Obviously, the first one that will come to mind is the Space Quest series. But, beyond that, you're going to have to do some digging. So that's also nice. And this game does have a sense of humor as well. It's not as jokey, let's say, as Space Quest, or over the top with the parodies. but it's definitely got a wry sense of humor, I'd say. Anything else?
I think I'm good.
Okay, then. So that'll do it for the captain, and that'll do it for this review session. So the week ahead, right, on January 26th, Wednesday, it's another Let's Play session because our guest for that week was apparently having some issues with really busy workload. So that's been delayed to the end of March, if I'm remembering correctly. So it's Let's Play Heaven's Vault Part 5 to close out Season 15. And no Friday show, so until Wednesday, I shall wish you good gaming.